about the benefits of heel striking over forefoot striking. Tons of excellent runners land underneath their center of gravity. We also don't run on grass and dirt and natural surfaces like our ancestors. Ooh, that was, what would it be, 4.6 miles in 35 minutes. I have no idea what pace that is. So I don't know if any of y'all saw it or heard it over the course of the holidays, but we did a podcast with, hey Pete, Josh Amberger, who was first out of the water in Kona, came out Christmas Eve, and he said that his coach has been working on getting him to actually heel strike more. And me, being a born to run disciple, where I'm like, no, you got a midfoot strike and forefoot strike, I was quite confused. So I did a little research on it. Turns out there's a lot of research out there about the benefits of heel striking over forefoot striking. One of the first things that I saw was that, like, I wanted to know what the Kenyans did because they're amazing runners. Turns out there's a study. Hi, Pete. Do you forefoot strike or heel strike? I paw strike, Dad. The Dananak tribe actually prefers to heel strike. That's how they're taught, and that's how they all run. And then you start looking at a lot of high-end, like, best in the world triathletes. Daniela Reef, Sebastian Kienle, and Jan Frodeno both heel strike. And then there was this slow motion video of, I want to say it was the 2013 or 2012 Ironman World Championships, and all, like, top 10 triathletes in the world then were all heel striking. And what Josh Amberger said about this is that in long distance racing at lower speeds, heel striking is actually more efficient. So I did a bunch of research on this, and we're going to talk about that right now. Okay, so a few of the studies that I found said about the same thing. In one study of about 1,600 runners, there was no discernible difference between the amount of injuries caused when you forefoot strike on either the toes or the middle of your foot, and the injuries that were caused by heel striking when you land on the back of your foot. It was just different injuries. Another study said that the only runners that experienced a greater efficiency from landing on the mid or forefoot, the front of your foot, were really highly competitive college runners. Recreational runners, however, actually found a huge efficiency benefit by going towards heel striking. And the thought was that, think about if you were to try to forefoot land just while you were walking, you would have to put yourself in a really weird position, lifting up your foot, and it would cause bouncing, and there would be a lot of up and down. So you're losing a lot of the power just by getting yourself up and down so that you can get on the balls of your foot and walk really cool like this. So what's a girl to do, you might ask? Do you concentrate on heel striking or forefoot striking? Well, there's a few things to understand. Number one is that what they found was the clear benefit where it becomes more beneficial to mid or forefoot strike versus heel strike happens at around 6:30 per mile. If you're faster than that, there's definitely a potential benefit to mid or forefoot striking. Number two is that there is a very clear distinction. It's like a chicken and the egg thing, and I think this is where the mid forefoot, you have to run with as barefoot a shoe so you can get on the balls of your feet, kind of chaos came from. It's that there's a misunderstanding between heel striking and landing out in front of your center of gravity. Now, it's easier to land with your foot out in front of your body, in front of your center of gravity, causing braking, but there is really no difference between heel striking and forefoot striking when it lands underneath your center of gravity. Tons of excellent runners land underneath their center of gravity with their heels. So what the studies have shown is that the best thing for you to do is get a pair of shoes that are neutral, that aren't extremely cushioned. They just allow your foot to move, because those cushion shoes, those stability shoes, a lot of them will inhibit your foot from moving the way that it really wants to. and getting a more minimal shoe, and I'm talking minimal like 6 to 9 ounces, not 5 ounces, raising flat. Get that type of shoe, and then what the studies say is that the more you run, like literally just running more, will allow your body to figure out a better, more efficient way for you personally to run. Now, that most efficient way for almost everyone is going to be landing underneath your center of gravity, so concentrate on that, not out in front, braking. But whether you land on your heel or your forefoot, it doesn't really matter, because if you have shoes that aren't inhibiting your body motion, it's going to figure out the way that it wants to move. So there you go, midfoot and forefoot lovers. I know that I just probably lost a few hundred subscribers because you're all gonna say, hey, Taren, go try running barefoot. Well, you know what? We don't run barefoot. We also don't run on grass and dirt and natural surfaces like our ancestors did. We run on concrete and pavement. So yes, we need shoes, and yes, we need to adapt our biomechanics to modern day running. And Pete is taking over the video, so I'm gonna end it there. Later, Trainiacs. Let's go inside, Pete. Let's let the comments blow up, okay?